Hello?
Let's go! Let's go!
Apo.
Let's go!
Ay. Okay, bro. What time, brother?
Ang naglo-load na eh.
Around
Follow mo sa
7:30.
bali.
Is that okay?
Follow ko sa bali now.
Or 8?
Sino?
Yung punyeta, girls.
Okay.
Awana.
Yung punyeta.
Hanap makapalo.
No, bro.
Cancel mo tayo.
My wife's name. It's my wife's name. Okay.
Cancel mo, ibagi ka.
Hoy, drop. Sino
Dito
nakapalo?
or-
Number 4. Si
No,
Kawin.
I mean,
What the fucker?
around 8.
Follow mo.
Okay.
Ajay, hindi ko pwede follow. Cancel.
7:30. 7:30 or
Follow punyeta.
Invite sa may...
8.
Uy.
Okay, bro.
Ayun, gili ko na lang.
Invite ay ano. Nakapalo kay Bakanyak? I-GT ko lang na hanga naglag ka
Nag-jump?
ni Louie. Kung nagami nga hanggang open di Congo. I-orange tayo, orange. Okay na yun.
Saan tayo?
Sundan kay Latan ko.
Saan tayo, Louie?
AFK ni Louie. Ang record. Matay, dadag ito eh. Okay ni Nana.
Nagagudan na eh.
Oh, boxing ring.
Nakalaban mid to ni Dua. Ito ni. Naglag mo lang.
Boxingan tayo.
Makoy. Nakalaban mid to ni.
Ay mo Makoy, number 1 ka, di ba?
Pababapay lang.
Okay.
Dua.
Ano to da? Hindi makita. Motherfucker. Ano to eh? Ay, dajin na nga to. Ni Louie kan ni...
Dami ka ba ito?
Ay, sa...
Nini. Nagbiyak ko lang kayo. Tininan ko eh. Nagbiyak ko kayo lang ah. Oh, bado na. Tapay naglag ni Lo eh.
Wala, nagdadugan hindi ako open na tigago. Hanggang open ti browser mo kasi nalak...
Turn on voice chat.
You did not tell us what to do.
Nako, data ko nga. Data... Yung kinagan na to yan. Nalakas nga mga anti-RAM data ko nga. Browser.
Taglo tayo.
I swear. Off mo ang browser mo pag naglalaro ka, boy.
Can't define the white
Let's
on
go!
top. Yes. Hindi na tayo na-counter.
Ang madayo tayo circle, boy. So, kailangan mo mag-login fast.
Gantimin.
Ole.
Okay. Awan na.
Bye. Bye, boy.
Awan, nag-log out eh.
Bye.
Awan na.
Gawin mo yung mic mo. Ay, sarap.
Sige, kayo muna.
Team. Hello? Awan, hanggang kanon ako. Hama ka connect ng tigago.
Ni Lo eh.
Good. Pagpasan tayo, hintay hanap yung kalaban na. Op. Ayaw mo Makoy. Let's go, motherfucker. Naganda ito yun eh. Look for a vehicle. Shish.
Okay, nakakita tilugan tatay. Dito tayo, dalugan dito eh.
Sige, alam mo, ito yun. Aduan. 1 km.
Ay, mabit lang.
Sige.
Ilot ko lang ato eh.
Idaka mo pa lang dito yun eh, Lugay. Logo. Okay.
Akon malot ditan.
Aduan pa yung... Kaya na ito yun. Oh. Ang baiti ko kaya. Awanti helmet ko. Tumal lang helmet ba?
Ayun.
Tayin ko eh.
Ang bag ko.
Kinamtari daw. Tayon. Aglut tayo lang ta G1 yun eh, junkyard. Or aglut tayo pa lang, itang malugan.
Tapos asidag. Akon sa mong kalaban?
Awan, nawang garot.
Nagadupay logan dito eh. Pero ayora. Ay, hansa mo baling paglugan. Hanggaya mo baling paglugan dito.
Aglut tayo pa lang garot. Bukan na tayo
Barang
mo.
akong kalaban ah.
Eh, daka mo pa lang ilog eh. Natay ka man lang ng walang kalaban-laban boy. Oh, Redson motherfucker. Ah. Ito tayo circle na. Agsabi ka lang. Kaya na. Number 2 na, number 2 na. Eh mo kayo number 1? My gosh, I hate drugs. Na? Magadukan niya. Hintay ka din. Nakalugan ni Juan eh.
Sige ah.
Yung punyetan.
Nagadubag dito yun eh. Biro-biro kayo tibag.
I got
Dabag ko.
supplies.
Number 3 suna. Tayon, tayon. Dati kami, ang kasunod kami ni number 3.
Amot balak SMG.
Nagag-SMG na.
Nagadukan na niya, nagadukan niya.
Alam dati ni.
Ano dagan?
Na may kanto eh. Iktang ka.
Asan na?
Chicken dinner sa dito eh.
Tani. Disok. Disok dito logan. Bumaba ka na Makoy.
Ha?
Tani.
Ay,
Oh. Tani.
Tayon, dito
Thanks,
sa
bro.
Ergalan eh.
Tayon.
May nakito yung highway, highway. Up, up. Para po, para.
parang tayo.
Sige
Bagayan na. Mark.
Yung shot. Yun yun.
Si Kamot si
Mark.
driver.
Sige natin driver.
Di ka na ni. Di junkyard. Puno graveyard.
Mark.
Sige kayo.
Tani blue.
Shot mo. Okay na, tila pang iba. Pakamanan.
Ala to,
Ano?
okay na to.
Naglaglag ka talaga dito eh. Ala na.
Umuwi ata. Di pa yung atman, kaya na. At ito lang din, nagbaba.
Naglawaan DJ ka dito pala naglan.
Tayo niluwin.
Dahil hindi ko natay nga talaga walang kalaban-laban.
Mga mababawasan niluwin eh.
Tapang boy. Kiki, do you love me?
Matay tayo sa amin yun. Dayo pa yung boyet. Ano mababawasan niluwin mo?
Ang amin dito makoy.
Ayun nagarad.
Ito ni kalsada suruta mata. At blue. Nagipapang kayo. Matay kan makoy.
Diretso medyo kuan. Ito na eh.
Kill ka pa lang.
Agil ka ba? Sino? On.
Di makoy.
Ito tayo, glutes. Ito orange. Hil, karad.
Kill ka pa lang makoy. Matay ka ta.
Pinanat eh. Diretso ang orange makoy. Okay nam, tila ko pangipagpag na. Okay nam. Matay kan, gago. Diretso ang medyo makoy. In-mark ko.
Tinago.
Nagka. Kill ka ba lang makoy? Yay. Nakalaban? Ay, bot.
Bot aja bot.
Siya man piglot.
Wala to okay ni namon. Niluwin na tayo.
Ito na eh.
Suppressor man.
Okay na.
Dapat kalaban. Bot.
Suppressor. Ano talo tanda?
Nakalaban DJ ni. 285. Bimabada. Nakita da kayo.
285. Sige.
Enemies ahead!
Nakita tayo ba?
Enemies ahead!
Hantay matamaan. Tayo, pwesto tayo. Lugi 45 seconds.
Sinog drive mga siya ko na.
Sige na.
The suppressor dito ni.
Shock.
Uy, naalala na talaga yun. For grip lang ko mayo. Yan. Advance tayo.
Yeah. Daddy, daddy, why on top?
Dito tayo yung orange ah. Tapos, numalpas to the circle sa type.
Wala!
Bandit.
Wala naman! Wala naman!
Yosin man eh. Dapat yosin.
Oo.
Chat mo na, burro.
Ano jaga apa ito tayo? Wala.
Nagrigat iturong ko.
Jadi na isango. Duwada. Ready ka
West,
ah.
west. West, west.
Yang jala, i-park mo tama dam nama. Hindi balbalay. Kasi ag-park damot lang kita.
Dadagtuin eh.
Yeah.
Enemies ahead!
Dapat yun nakamotor eh. Paubos ka accessories na hindi ko ako.
Nya ka sa pulam.
For grip.
For grip.
Well,
Dito ni. Nakapindot na. Nay. Ay, vertical gayam dito.
okay lang, okay lang.
Magazine man, brother.
SMG.
Well.
Kita nyo yung tartara ya.
Nag-gear to times man.
Daka dito yung likod. Daka dito eh. Awan samot.
Baka yung tartara ita yung circle.
Pagkapakawa, dagta, block na. Taray!
Hindi, okay lang, okay lang. Lakarin na lang natin.
Kada dyan may isa. Bot sa ata.
One.
Haan? Man, bot sa.
Agaraw.
May isa naman.
Mapis sila eh.
Patayin nyo lang.
Suppressor ba?
Dito yun eh. Hindi orange. Lamang tayo pa ka lang.
Naglugan tapay, hanin.
Hanan.
Hanin bro.
Nilot mo aja mo koy.
Awan.
Apay. Nilot mo ko
Nasa
na.
labas siya eh.
Gini. Gini. Tao deh jay.
Haan.
Ayun na.
Ano nag-road motor?
Ayun na.
Awan. Niluwi. Misleading.
Go, time 6 day jay.
Eh.
Una ako na eh. Mati ka eh.
May drop dito. Dito tayo na yung tanong. Dati cover tayo. Hindi orange. Map. Yep. Ano, lugi yata tayo dyan. Kahit di tayo. Ano, ang lugi. Open field, dito ka sangoy oh. Orahin tayo yung circle.
Manong Irishan.
Talikod ta.
Mugaragaraw.
Na? Orahin ta, baka naglag.
Sino?
Ay, punak no, naglag ka.
Ano?
Dito yung mountain. Oriente yung next nga circle.
Chika makangaton, boyet.
Dati tao to yan ko southeast. Ilugan eh.
Dan. Ada subli-subli jilugan no. Gara-gara mo, subli-subli. Subli-subli oh.
Katak lang talikod tayo.
Apa aja? Gini. Sango na. Yan na, di dyan eh. 165. Diyan mo lang.
Enemies ahead!
Sige, sige.
Nag-advance lang eh. Nagsardang di dyan, nagsardang.
Enemies ahead!
Sardang. Change car.
Eh, bam.
Oh, di ba? Naswat dalugan.
Sige, sige. Tirahan nyo lang. Danak talikod.
Hey, bimaba di may saan. Dadadyayan, nakatukdar. Kung naalanak yun. Damatamaan ni Makoyo. Manaw daan. Manaw daan. Drop dito yan tayo eh. Saan mo tayo?
Halaan nyo na kayo
Drop.
siya. Data sa trap.
Pag-trap yun na yata.
Malag. Dito yung church tayo yun.
Dato silang kalaban tayo. Nagpalikod na lang dagi jay. Dak matamaan no.
Siguro ayo sa Jini. Jong yan.
Okay, nakalaban?
Ano tayo? Gago.
Tayo.
Oo.
Pa-cover lang ah.
Awan. Amot makit-kita. Pas mo tayo kadta. Baka datoy likod dati gayay.
Dito lang yan di ko. Dati cover.
Apa giluang susunod din eh.
Aghintay tayo next nga sir. 19 alive.
Amot dito eh.
Puta. Adayo tayo ah. Advance tayo. Awan dilikod tayo.
Ako nagadayo.
Bus.
Ten.
Makapakawa kita, bilog-bilog ta. Sige rin.
Dito tayo ni.
Dead mo niya, dadi times, dadi level 3 nga best mo sa Jiko.
Nala. Ante dati balay nga basit.
Malugi tayo tipo, pero taray tayo.
Ha, dito yung mountain.
Teka lang, balik na mo.
Northwest. Dakalugan. Left, yun eh.
Baba, dapat Jenny, right. Tara, pesto tayo, pesto. Gitna. Adayo na ito, nakalugan da.
Tinira na, dapat ating ngayon. Dito, balay dito.
Pesto.
Wop. Naka-suppressor kayo.
G. Nagaraw. Oh shit.
Lima baga ni Makuya yun.
Ang dati kalaban kay Jenny. Dapat J South.
G.
Tayo ba lang. Daji nga pa.
Ini. Okay ni mo nagdahin. Unak. Tinanagay.
Knock.
Dalawang knock sa taas.
Misa lang.
Dapat may isa. Heal. Damang tertira yo. Dapat may isa.
Help!
Ni, papay, daka mo dita.
Taka lang Makoy, pababa ka pa.
Sige, dana dito yung cover.
Nanak kay Daji nga to ah.
Kapandigi.
Ito likod na.
Kapandigi dyan. Kapandito yan eh. Dadati sa uno yun.
Natay.
Awan, natay digi dyan.
May kat
Patay
titay baba.
Matay digi dyan.
G.
Ayun na, digi dyan kalaban tayo tatay.
North.
Hindi ka ba to? East.
North.
30.
North 30. Yan ti bato ah. Solo ang bato.
GTI na misagad. Punan na ka.
Dito yung ako. Saan yun? Ini bato. Northwest.
Pinina.
Napatay na ako.
Digi ni, nagadunan.
Makoy,
Digi
taka
ang
lang.
balay.
Heal.
Pwede lang i-hilit yun eh.
Hanan mo di.
Palaulawan.
Ayun,
Hindi ba to?
Ayun ti bato. Northwest.
Dapa. Matay ka.
Tumartarahan mo ko eh.
Diraman bayat.
Kumog pa, nalis yan na Brad.
Dapat yung left side mo ah. Hindi na yung ti bato.
Nagpakitad ta na. Awan cover dito.
Magmugan.
Ta kami garod nga na tay.
So, una kami na awan G yun. Sorry.
Invite group.
$100,000 on the table top. Have price small whip, same price small watch. Got no jumper, but I ball a lot. Bitch on your stony, I do it all. Candy paint with the white on top.
Ay,
If you busy plotting on what I got, give you the more.
Sila din ka ng buhat.
$100,000 on the table. Price small whip, same price small watch. Bitch on your stony, I do it all.
kaya kanya digitag tawag nakakulkulit di.
Kicked out the road, said thank
Airplane mode mo pa lang ah.
so I got damn, I
Ha?
look paper like I'm
Airplane mode mo.
Madi. Baka doon na tumawag Brad.
Kinana aja yung binibak ng palpalag kinyak gitu. Ayo bebo ya kita. Sino nakapalaw? Mga Irish.
Makoy.
Sino bag-jump? Ay, ni Makoy sikat jump, Brad.
Jump mo na. Gasol ka.
Awan.
Ha? Tingnan niya, Beng.
Ay, nata. Ito di silban mo. Guray. Ayun na. Agmarke ah. Tip. Ayun na. Hindi, kumatsa sera. Dayo ba unay?
Pudasa ma. Abay unay.
Sige, lugan sila tanukan. Tatay agpapikado. Ano Montenegro ka Jay. Yung gana tuwila siguro dito na eh.
Nakadaw sa niya mo.
Nya?
Turong mo to kalsada ha.
Mahilig sponsor.
Kung naman kita to no dalugan. Awan nyo.
Sila dyan eh. Lugan ba dito?
Haan gaya. Tayong disong palad ta.
Nay Brad.
Lugan kayo?
Awan, noon Logan boy.
Nakalan.
Kuda dalugan.
Ada bas dyan eh. Ada bas. Gumido.
Alam mo yan.
Yan na.
Kinatay tayo.
Yan na.
Hindi ka patay. Patay ka pinin.
Awan, ano nakarekon Brad? Candy paint. Di pa tapi balay dyan eh. Sayang.
Enemies
Kaya
ahead!
hindi malot.
Yun ay mulaw. Yun, hanggang mo na ito.
Plaster dito ano ah. Yun eh. Basta din yun eh. Malamig. Okay na, saan ang atas mo mag-eskwela lang daw? Hindi gatan.
Yun.
Ya?
Bungkok.
Gajay?
Kajay?
Eskwela.
Ibram dyan.
Hindi lakad ko.
Okay na.
Win.
Surut mo kawing.
Kita ah. Guray Brad!
Mabali na
Balik na
kasi.
ka siya.
Ay.
Uy.
Jai. Napapanantayan.
Ado dito ah.
Panantagaro din.
Tumasera.
Tugi ka raw, Brad. Nyarutan na tayo.
Chupacabra.
Nyarutan na tayo.
Flora Brad.
Regular.
Regular. Win. Ordinary lang nga natin eh.
Ba't ito yung drive lang eh? The shortcut na. Ni?
Oh, uproad yo. Datay ayagan Brad.
Sementado tatang Brad.
Ayun gaya.
Baka di Santa Maria dito yun. Hindi magpastay sa Majiploran.
Ni. Pagpasa to yun.
Malayogan na ito, brad.
Paninipan.
Sunan, sunan.
La. Doon ba? Pares.
Handbrake na ata, bro.
Candy paint the white on top. Low five. Nay, shit, ako nga na legit.
Katayin. Guwapo niya.
So, dad mo makanya kata, brad.
Alait. Sukat mo.
Ano na sukat ko?
UMP.
Sige. Ang bulbul lang ah. For lugdit.
Wala na eh.
Ano ba? Ladad mo garo na, ladad mo na. Mamunto mo lang mo, sir, brad. Sige na, buddy. Please. Please.
Sukatan pa ya.
Wala na ko yung mga biro.
Hindi ako tupal-tukon.
Ito na yung saktiyan.
Sino aja?
Candy paint the white on top. Uy, level 2.
Mamut guys, scope dito eh. Nay. Tawag kininanat to yung ama ko yan.
Sakit mo rito, brad. Bumubumba, brad.
Dalat tas mabsabog tayo. Higid mo.
Tayo level 2 best yun eh.
I got supplies.
Yan na.
Hindi nga to.
Enemies ahead.
Jay.
Suppressor pistol na eh.
Si Reto.
Bagong lata na. Ampay. Yeah.
Papa, kung kuna na ni Cyrus yun.
Ayun na, Jack. Kalaban? Bot. Oh! Pero ka. Ano to?
Dapat Kar 98 brad.
Candy. May medit mo sa to.
Man, nakapatay na ako.
Naman yun. Am.
Ano, sutak tiga sereta. M16.
Mali. Ada SMG ko. Pada tigas tao. Rifle ko. Yun! Alam mo din eh. Kar 98. Tini.
Nantay.
Kaya ko.
Paborito mo talaga UMP. Upsat dito, Brad. Mahina.
Depende ako sa brad.
Oo, Brad.
Sino kaya ti AK? Adad to yun eh.
I got supplies.
Bala lang, Brad.
Dumala na. Ni. Pumaltog ka pa yun. Ano? Okay, ninanap
Kaya
ko
pa.
yun.
Apa?
Tinataga ako eh.
Awan, bagi mo na, dikil no ka, Brad.
Tunog-tunog tayo.
Adad dyan nga to. Adad yung AK. Nalam? Dapay balad din eh.
Dapat M40.
Dabalad din eh.
Ada,
balad
Brad,
ko.
ada.
120.
7, Esa. 760 to.
Buwan.
Awan, kung kailangan. Naman na yating abala ko. Ini light grip yun.
Babakata. Ito ni angle grip, Brad. May met.
Tuwan man.
Ano eh? Dahil babam data light na.
Aba. May match sa dati ko.
Pang SMG lang.
Sa dati ko.
Na? May data.
Tactical.
Para AR ba?
Tuwan, Brad.
Man, dito.
Apay, makaulit yung ato na.
Paul yun.
Saan pagul niya nun eh. Apa? Akin naman.
Gwapo aja. Bumbag mo.
Ito na yun. Ang sayang bala.
Dabot dito yo.
Sayang bala.
Danog-danogon tayo.
Tigas mo na ito yun.
Ini. Yan na, Jay.
Pipiso.
Matang ka na, Jay.
Ay, okay na. Ito rin, Jay. Scope laing. Ano bala na ito, Brad?
556.
Yo,
Nagada
tingin
556.
mo ako eh.
Di ka pala dumawat kanya.
Paano mong garot? Ori 50 lang.
Gusto yung margaret.
Nalot ko.
Na?
Nalot ko. May dating ako sa akin. Scope lang.
Alam ato ni Makoy.
Nya.
Might nosta.
I got
Palto-palto
supplies.
kayo. Para ka nakaitis
Yata,
ah.
pang SMG yata, Brad. Napintas.
Adan.
Han, sa bali, Jay.
Extended quick draw.
Kuwan.
Adakin niya kon.
Okay.
Kastagit dia. Suppressor.
Pinagadobot dito eh. Ngayon tayo, gayan ti ko ano. Zone.
Dito na.
Ay, tayo, lugan tayo. Ada Jay.
Yun eh.
Na-enjoy
Ay,
pala
nababalan
ko
tayo.
dito yun.
Ito. Nabuntog yata oh.
Good na nagiluganan.
Pag-umay ka na.
Sit down. Sit down.
Ni ano nyo.
Ay, kadala mo kyo. Go!
Sino driver? Anong ruta?
Sige, basta.
Dabot
Pili
din.
naman. Yan na ta. Tiraan yan ah.
Oh, diretso. Adayo.
Ata.
Madayo mo. The scope mo?
Nyanong? Awan pa eh. Shock up eh.
Mereka tomis punak.
Ano kaya chocolate dito? Goreng kayo pala bababa. Tingin lutet. Paspas. Paspas galad. 2 minutes ba eh.
Chom balero.
Masih tentuin ah. Aku ya. Iwan.
Ayo. Ayo. Uy, jackpot. Scope na ingin.
The boost yo.
Udah. Tal-tal
Karang
na.
kawan.
Tatlo ba? Patan. Oy, dati for grip din eh. Vertical for grip. At extra.
Ayun na. Kana man.
Uy. Where are you?
Tini.
Dami flash hider, alam naman yung set ko yan. Flash hider ka dasa. Uy. Ito na yung babak kami.
Ata.
Ito man, DJ eh. DJ, babak yan.
Hindi ko mga bagak buhay. Compensator dia.
Scope ko mayo.
Compensator? Done.
Sus.
Gabi ba?
Awan lang niyaw, awan yung scope dito.
Oh, brad. Uy.
Dito yung bot ka na, pigsang ako yun.
Tagar
Pigsang ako.
supplier daw ito, brad.
Wala na buwa ko.
Yung malat ah.
Pas speed to.
Scartel. Yung bala.
Pas na pindo lang.
Ayaw. Kuha na, 0 seconds yan. Tatataman na bilugan. Pili ko. Ito ni. Ito ni Picado.
Ang suppressor ko.
Balang ado kalaban.
Hala.
Saan yung may? Pati pag-atras ka, nakabunbuntog yun. Kinina na to yung halugan.
Ano yun? Sinukit na bala tinanim dito.
Siya. Joke lang. Man magadoon.
Ito nga to kalaban to eh.
Nataray mo no kalsada yun.
Madi brad nila proud. Magbati tagulong nun eh. Met garo. Boy at loot. Piskop po. Yeah. Yeah, wag po.
Kapay gayang smoke grenade kayo.
Hello. Puro standard lalaki.
Suppressor.
Sangit mo rin sa erisyon.
Kapay umot dagi kalaban tayo. Niluted dagi to yun yun. Nakalukat.
Okay.
Di daw dan.
Daw ka daw UMP ni. Puro stand mo. Yun, nakalukat ang piso. Awanin dito yun. Pay 560 man? Mod extra yun. Bakit di?
Compressor, brad.
Oh, bro.
Compensator.
Suppressor.
Talagot tayo.
Ano,
Ang kalaban ta.
Ini gusto amin dito eh.
Nagarod.
Pero may mod tayo jay.
Slabak yung tiima daw. Sila ni Makoy.
Naibus ka ni.
May Makoy, dati ni.
I
Suppressor
got
ni.
supplies.
Number.
Ito ni, intanggok. Makita mo dito, ano ah.
Kawanan eh. Baruktan amin eh. Diablo.
Tagayang bangyo.
Yun, level 3. Dama rin bati daw siya.
Level 3 nga.
Best.
Ang ko, nagpapakas na loy. Dati lugan tita ni.
Level 2 best man.
100. Do, dahil ito mabat bati da.
Level 2 best man.
100. Level 1 ito yung bagi.
Sino ka level 2 best dito?
Awan. Helmet ayos oh. Dati compensator one compensator ti AR dito yun.
I got supplies.
Udan, udan.
Ano to? Nga to?
Wala, kita mo kami na. Kita mo
Yung may
dito.
compensator no flash hider.
Ay, compensator na, Brad. Pampapik sa atin.
Armor.
Pampapik sa
Kalaban
mulak
sa mga din eh. Ni.
Hindi kalaban?
Oo. Dahil pa dati sa tiyo. Oh, dito pa ipagan ano, dagiti ka sa lituin nyo. Dagiti, nay, nagadubala ti ka sa tuwin eh. 762 kada compensator. Yun eh, ibanda.
Enemies ahead.
Lutoy. Ado gamit na data.
Ngeta.
Puro kosta, AK, bala AK. Kompleto, Brad. Nagadaw. Dikin kita gigi. Uy, ay.
On scope na.
Awa.
Nakadubalot yun eh.
Ada rata na bati
Daman
talaga
dito,
ito eh. Siguro, di white bareta.
Nahan. SUV.
Eh,
Madad tin eh.
ano
Enemies ahead.
nakit.
Yun, level 2. Rat-rata na.
May scope tayo bayat.
Best
Siguro
scope ko.
two times lang
Ano
yung
scope mo?
Times 4.
Oh,
Times 3 plus holographic equals 4. So nga times
Wala
4.
naman guardia time stream, Brad.
Oh, sarap brad.
Aja mo sa daran.
Dadan samo dito yung bato-bato dagi dyan yun.
Nakascope talaga kita. On yung bati doon eh.
Bay anda pa iti 4 times yun.
Baybas.
Ano ba?
Baybas ati brad.
Black pa yun eh. Candy paint the white on top.
Pados mo natin compensator.
Ito yun? Ada yun eh. Ada yun.
Tayo na.
Kantantin eh.
Paumpay tikas stock ni. Scope, ada extra scope mo, Brad.
Pating nga tayo. Unod tabato. Tabato niya.
Awa, may scope tayo. Hindi makalaban dito. Malugi tayo mat lang.
Di nga to brad.
4 times na.
Mga balto.
Makulit na bigsada brad. Pwede tuk-tuk di kang katuanan.
Ranger dito, Brad. Ford Ranger.
Everest.
Ay, kasagayam. Everest. On Everest.
Everest nga on aircon na. Nih, abad dito mo ba nga to ah.
Sipot kayo ah.
Ma-ambush tayo dito eh.
Drop yun.
Dalugan dito eh. Wag dito ba, Brad? Wag dito, Brad. Lipat.
Nakalaban ta ni. Nga to.
Awan ha.
Southeast. Isuti pa pa nang gago at tayo kalaban. Endihil. Kanina din.
On sama,
Daya.
lugan lang.
Endihil.
Awan, lugan lang.
Daman-drapan eh.
Ayan ah.
Toy 60.
Ito tayo.
Enemies ahead.
Wala na, ako mo sa balay.
Ito yan.
Mga gatay ito no mga karakar tayo. Ano nang kabalan?
Ha?
Oh shit, da nakakar.
Likod. Tanay.
Gure lang, Brad.
Toy. Ajay, nakita tayong alugan tatay.
Nakita ko. Pihil lang, Brad.
Pahil.
Likod tayo ah.
Mga recreate.
Dahil lang. Dahil yan ba sumugsugod?
Help!
Mga Rick.
Ampay sumugod. Ito ni nang
Awan
granada.
na. Ang umabot yung bomba na.
Apa yun, Rick?
Ah.
Ito eh.
Taka lang.
Ada ka ito eh.
Adaptay pababag, nagpababa, Brad.
Oh, ano eh?
Adapta 195 tayo.
Ni mga karekta sa dagkin niya, bro.
Dalawan.
Di dyan eh. 195, imikot.
Tika bangiran alo,
Okay
tika
na.
bangir.
Awanan na makita, Brad.
Shot kayo.
Escort mo naman kayo?
Awan.
Sakulan niya ti smoke. Pangitirwak.
Jay nga banda.
Tawag kinina na to, hindi pala na to.
Hindi naman Ape, si Angke di sumalugin. Ito Jay sa zona.
Nagpakita ka, nagbait. Gerka.
Suppressor fire. Diyan eh, Brad. Ito na eh. 255.
Tayang ko?
Datan, Brad. Ito sa mo ta.
Tayan yun,
Nakita mo?
tayan mo makoy.
Enemies ahead!
Ta. Ang bandan, Brad. Dutasunan.
Dapat tani.
Ikot. Agik.
Ahead!
Ta sa mo makoy. Swan. Ay, okay na.
Makuha yun, tawag. Lad.
Patay na eh. Hindi matalaw.
Gawa nang makita, Brad.
Datan eh.
Nagpapagawa ka talaga ba?
Datan eh.
Tayo kami, Brad.
Taka lang, Louie, taka lang.
Kita ko.
Taka lang.
Awan, Brad. Ano yung scope ko, Brad?
Siguro, taka lang, Garod.
Good.
Nakita ko.
12 seconds. Wala, ikutak, Brad.
Haan, taka lang.
Kita na kon.
Taka lang. Makikita
Kita na
ko
ko.
ito eh.
Anak may scope, Brad.
Nay!
Low
Okay,
ground to.
sinod, eh. Adamang tira dyan likod ko yun. Okay ni nan.
Dapat ito likod, my friend.
Dyan likod. Tapapanam, Louie. Ada ka laban ta. Tapapanam.
Okay na. Ang pagtarayan.
Ilang na.
Awan. Madan, buta mo.
Hanga na tayo DJ ko ah. Aji pimatay ka ni Makoy. Ada dyan.
Uy, no. Sus, nagadumot yung sama ko.
Nakakar DJ yun.
Putang ina.
Dapat ito likod ko.
Putang ina talaga.
Sandwich to. Kinina.
Ano sabi na kita, Brad? Manyo, nakita dak.
Tanay ba to? Tapa.
Oh, kinam.
Gwapon.
Awan bahil ko na eh. Datan na eh, okay naman.
Di sandwich.
Madali pa sa tayo dyan.
Win-on na pagtingan tayo.
Uy. Sige, lorayan mo ko eh.
Start na ako.
Okay. Sige kayo mag-search ano. Grabe ka pa na.
Wala nagpastang mo. Live TXB.
Next song was it wasn't really ever gonna make it on the record. That was this song's. I think I could. Maybe it's time to come home.
Follow kayo, Brad.
Ito yun eh. Sa isla.
Ayun na.
Adong atad ta.
Kumukya. Testingan tayo man, anong ko pa napatpatasan nila.
Ito yun na. Hoy, Makoy. Mga nakapalo, Brad.
Mansa?
Ang mga nagkuhan ni Makoy. Lumagtot ako.
Ay, tira mo na tanas. Suwaro nung dulutan. Ay, awa na yun. Nabatikan mo ko. Yan ka nakapalo. Tala ka dyan.
Kumita tayo ti kanta na. Kumita tayo ti ginaganta yun. Speedboat. Napana ni Makoy. Nakadadayo. Di ganito mo kami nagpalo. Dito ka lang.
Uy. City ba dito? Eh, dahil may sa squad. Dahil may sa squad, Brad.
Ayun na.
150, 150. The Genie.
Hindi niya nilogan sa akin kita man.
Kure. Perdin siya. Saman man kita, kure.
Hindi. Damay may sadya ni. Nag-drop. Nakalaban na. May
Perdi,
isa.
Brad.
Toy.
Perdi.
Ni nag-unfollow kayong magaan. Dadtoy. Nadalogan dito. Kanyak.
Hindi, dasi ka sa
Madamay sa kalaban.
Scooby-Doo.
Enemies
Oh,
ahead!
awan, Brad.
Nakalaban
Patay
tayo.
mo na. Awan
Correct ka.
pastog ni.
Ansapay na kasarek. Hampay sumbrag. Di ka mo napanan na. Nawan mat. Nagdare-diretso mo di niya.
Nakalokat mo natin eh.
Shock.
Awan, ba't ta, Brad?
Awan.
Dasad lang
Awan
dito.
no. Nagdiretso. Ababangak garod. Ada Tomid tayo ni. Ato.
Sige.
Thompson.
Dayo. Ayun, dayo FB ko. Biro ka nakara.
Ito SMG ta ni.
I got
Ay,
supplies!
suppressor. Swan.
Suppressor.
Mayatan.
Ayan, yung
Ito
Scooby
yung
Doo.
logan ba? Pinye,
Bot.
Kung sabi palpog na reto.
Tuloy ta Jai. Adamok kay DJ ko ah. Jibilog.
Ada squad dyan, Brad.
Patayin tayo na.
Yun eh, La Bendita. Ewan to yun eh.
Ang katingad tabi mabata tayo.
Ha. Oo lang maging kalulot sa tayo. Ejector ka rin
DJ ni.
eh. 105, 105. Palitpid naman. Oo, nakatomi lang. Paspasan. Yung laglag.
Tapos may isa ta ni.
Kipis aja, Brad.
Jingato.
Garod.
Tayo mo, punyeta.
Uy, sugudin mo yun. Ta.
Dua, Brad.
Dapat yung
Dapat
ano.
may isa, dapat may
Ito yun eh. Putang ina ka. Putang ina ka talaga. Dapat may isa.
Oh, napatay
Ay
ko.
nga, pwede may isa. Dapat may isa.
Tilugan mo, Meg. Hindi tilugan yan, tilugan.
Kita ko.
Tilugan yan, tilugan.
Ay, dapat dun eh.
Dapat ni Jimmy may isa. Dapat
So,
may
nice
isa
one.
yan, titri.
Kung sakto, di brag dating mo mo.
Likod mo,
Ayan na, ayan na.
likod mo, likod mo. Likod mo.
Likod.
Bakoy man.
Makoy. Where layo? Umugudan. Makoy.
Garga.
Oh, datan eh. Northeast. Nice one, Brad.
Tayo na.
Kilgaro dun ah.
Makoy, okay din nam.
Ihil mo man dyan, isa. Makoy. Oy, okay
Amudong pa, matay na ta. Amudong para na na.
Naglaglag atoy.
Sininayo. Mati-mati daw.
Wild atoy ni Makoy, nag-okay niya. Mang disgrasya ko.
Tuluyan na pelang. Natumba lang aro doon.
Palagpidan na. Dito isa dyan,
Bure.
squad, Brad.
Uy,
Dito ya.
Awan na kalulots naman. Dapat may isa eh.
Bota ito ito.
Kasama mo, Brad. One. May gamit na yan. Ada suppressor tayo sa MG2 ni mo koy.
M416, Brad.
Ang palagod ko.
Nga.
Pidot ka ta na. Pidot ka dyan ni
Ako
Makoy.
na magas. Ako na magas yun. Nagay ito yun. Awan nyo.
Salat talaga.
Heal nyo man. Ore bandage lang.
Ito ni, Brad.
Ano man.
Ne, mang drop na.
Awan pulos tikas tano.
Dito ni.
Awan pulos kay.
Chak boy, makanda.
Meton. Hintay Jay. Andan sa manilot na sa Jay yo.
Awan,
Ewan na
mapandabay
nga,
lang.
lagi.
Tay. Nagsub-sub lead ah. Nagadupaltog dito ni Makoy. Makoy. Ayan mon.
Ano, Meg?
Ano ko yan?
Nyag tuloy ta Jay ko ah. Di isla.
Jay.
Iso dato
Kaya
adjust
na
pag
ba?
nga na pandito ito tay.
Kaya na nga ta. Hindi, doon sa magurura eh. Ikaw ba Jay? Diablo.
Awan nagapudad toy Brad.
Awan, naibusan eh.
Sigurad. Anta Jay.
Ta. Ada. Jay sa. Jay sila. Ada ba boat dito eh?
Udda, posible.
Di lang ko isama doon. Ang may bala na ito stock niya.
Awanin na lang ko yung dito. Yan isla. Sigurado ko
Siguro
agad.
to.
Pintas palpal to.
Kita nagarutias ah. Aman Brad, lango yung sa kailangan sa lango yun Brad. Awan pulos tikas tan eh.
Awan.
Awan sa
Dini?
pulos tibog.
NE.
Ano ito?
Northeast.
Kadayo.
Damo jilugan. Makoy.
Sa bagay ah.
Laman jilugan Makoy ni. Kabil mo toy. Katanga medyo adayo
Oo, bye.
kay lang di ka.
At
Bilog.
sakto, bilog pa lang yan. Hindi parte bilog mo yan.
Tan, ni, okay ni na. Kapanan nan.
Sino?
NE Brad, NE.
Pas boyat.
Angad ta.
Oh, kinina.
Naglaglag.
Naglag, sayang jihil ko. Awan tuloy hil ko.
Hindi nagpakitan.
Di kan sama kitan Brad, tan eh.
Yo. Wala, okay na mauuli na. Fight. Tarigat ni turn dito yun eh. Nabigat nga yung isa. May kayo,
I
may
got
kipay Diyos ah.
supplies.
May kipay, may kina, papas. Tiwag mo,
Tayo na,
sir
ato ka,
kaya.
Jay.
May kina.
Na, dayo pa dito. Yan mo.
Ito. Paspas ka on heal ko, Brad. Nagpag-birok tail. May kamakoy?
Ayun nyo.
Ibang kami, Jess la.
May nak.
Dami ka garo doon ah. On heal ko.
May papakas to ito eh. Ito lang eh.
Shit, Brad, madimot ang Brad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uy, dana dito yung likod
Wala
mo.
mo doon. Pagsakit mo ba
sakay,
niya?
sakay.
Pre ka.
Ala.
Ala, okay ni nanat to yun. Amoy kuhan. Sakton. Sakmang drive.
Ang gagaro doon. Paspas, bayad.
Yung number 1.
Adayo.
Maban?
Napanan, paspasan. Sa body.
Adatayo mo dito yung safe zone.
Ingkan. Adayo suna, Brad.
Ay, kuhan. Dito pa lang basbasit ah.
May mesa sa lang mo, deka. Ewan nyo, dua gaya, dakal yung mesa.
Umakargas ko niyo ba?
Kita mo dito pagkakaroon na, Brad. Kahit eh. Paspas.
Date times yun.
Kininana.
Haan kong ko na lang.
Shit, matay na ko.
Dati gayang babayo. Nagado ni. Pangin to. Apay na pa na Makoy. Naglot ka to yun Makoy.
Okay na, wala Brad. Walang gamit.
Tajidak ka. Okay lang. Niyapay na tayo mo ni Kwan.
Kinatay ko, G. Natay na. Okay, na to.
Okay na, awamat ba? Awan, oh.
Nakikita na.
Ni. Ano?
Kasi mo to, G.
Linaway mo, Brad.
Na?
Oh, talaga amat siya. 2 minutes, Brad.
Ako,
Awan
di.
pagluganan da, Brad.
Ako mo ni Makoy.
Naglag
Niluganan na
paglain
aji bang katatay.
Oo, yung tigagawa, ano yun.
Expect mo pa garod nga dadjay. Awa na.
Bala natin. Complete gear.
So, 2 minutes mo pa dito.
Ni okay ni nanan. Matay na mo gayang. Gayang di ulok di ba ba? Matay ni Makoy dito.
Pero niya. Agsim-siming samot lang. Duldog.
Na?
Ako malam niya bang katayo ta dapag luganan ni Deb na.
Duldog ah.
Napan namin bate di lugan ta pinag-swimming kid din.
Nag-play na swimming.
Ada motorboat dito, Brad.
Ada.
Nasa ibayo niya.
Bate dagat no kininam. Laglag ka.
Oh, talaga pang duwa lang dito.
Oh, Brad. Subli ka lang ano siya. Subli ka lang G Stan.
Sinagluganan na yun.
Dansa mo nang gaho. Hello, awan plus yo. Okay. Gamit dito.
Awanin na talinot kung laglag. Diyan eh.
Paspas, 1 minute lang yan. Awan yun, sakit damdaman natin, Brad. Ang sakit damdaman natin sa sana. Ano mo dito,
bangkat
no? Okay pa. Bagay.
Dito na yung bangka.
Scoop. Maganda yung ito yun, yung parparta na. Alayot. Mantayin na man nga dito eh. Nakangap-gabo na.
Dawi kita man, nadubang ka. On giant, okay ni Nan.
On brad.
Babog swimming boy. Red light.
Dantong brad.
Nagailan?
Hindi ka na.
Swimming na.
Awan, datan ni brad. Agakaran. Shit. Shit na ito. Okay na mo.
Alanda kami man mo kay.
Kitab eh.
Magay na kon boy. Nagayo?
Sarangan ni Makoy lahat.
Oho. Masakitan na eh. Oho.
Nagdire-diretso ni mo kay taong yung ninanat to yun.
Ni open. Shit. The fuck?
Pantay! Check nga na buhay. One shot!
Oho.
Patay tayon!
Tayo niya. Awan. Okay na.
Ka naman bandage mo, Louie.
Awan brad. Ni Nana.
Last man standing.
Wal ito eh. Upat pa sa ati bandage ko. Bro.
Ay, kayo! Lagi yun!
Steady heal ah. Ano brad, na lugan mo tan.
Awag ka ron. Pirates
Sabi ka
pa
lang.
na.
21 guns. Tutok.
Kami na na.
Check it na yaman.
On Serbinan, Brad.
Awan kita man eh.
On Serbina.
Ayun.
Red amin.
Siguro
Pinatay tayo.
Ada brad, ada di botak tayo. Di nagapunta brad. Adi
Oo,
boting tadya. Awang bahil mo?
Awanin. Laman na,
Karigata mo
laman.
na. Ikarigata mo na.
Kung magnakad to yun Purahin ka to yun
Sige.
Napit niya swimming.
Hello. Ay shit. Nagsakit na eh. Ang silbi.
Butterfly na eh.
Agbuyanak pa lang tiikan dito Brad.
Kuan brad. Fishing ka pelot ta brad. Pagtugang pala kita ikan
Butterfly ka Rod.
Okay na. Sir.
Gawa na yung mag-swimming contest.
Talon di med ko. Ano?
Uy, nalakilugan ta.
Nagadungay ikan ni.
Inalam?
Uy.
Inam. Awan brad inalagay niya mo ko julugan ta brad. Ejekit awi bigal ta. Jablo.
Hindi na tayo yun. Abi na tayo.
Ni awan nagpeso ni brad. Okay na.
Abi na tayo.
Ay datoy.
Ay.
Pasa.
Sige, ang kapila matmatay brad. Ang kapila matmatay
Bago pa kamatay. Wala na di mga na.
Ang kapila magbusan na ta. Kaya natin to.
Hanga makatara yata wey.
Man.
Jet ski? Kayo?
Taray dito brad.
Jet ski ka nga.
Ilangoy mo na mga Irish. Ilangoy mo ko man.
Swimming na kon Brad.
Jet ski ka to?
Lami kan. Oh, fight. Guray. Energy drink.
Fight, ang kagilan gago.
Fight.
Matay na ko na pang kill ko.
Ay, awanan. Puro siya garo. Nakaya, ito yun eh.
Halata okay ni na.
Awan ni, naganda yun. 1 kilometer. Speed boost. Shit. Shit life. My gosh, I hate drugs. Okay na, matay tayo, brad. I hate drugs. Awanan eh. Ako! Lumablaban pa lang. Awan, tatalo ang sniper. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh! Okay
Wala na akong Brad.
Sige.
Matay pa yato eh. Yung magpagnamay lang ako.
Abay, pagnampay lang. Ay, gili. Abay, papanam.
Ito'y Brad.
Abay,
Save ka bro. Save ka.
natay na akong Brad.
Ha?
Awan, nalumusan, Brad. Nalumusan.
No choice Brad. Ako mo pang nilon.
Tarakirin ba? Sinana na yun.
Naglaglag namin yung makuyo.
Duldog mo gawin pa na yun. Duldog ko.
Gaya mo lang. Daniel.
Hindi nila mahanap yung ano, yung pagpaparman nila. Hindi sila makalabas eh, nasa likod ng langit. Yung ginugo ng mga sino yung mas Lupit nun, Bente. Anong ginagawa mo?
chunk of pressure out. I think GH should know that there's a ward here now on this high ground that he keeps coming from, because Pi instantly reacts toward him.
Top lane. Well, they're going to mind control. Has got the repel as well as the purification. Will be enough to allow him to back off, but of course because of this pressure from DJ and Universe, he is not getting much out of the lane at all. Only 10 CS on the Omni Knight, and as you can see, Universe 30 for 14 on his Wraith King, having a flawless time up top.
Runes, 2 for 2.
Mind control, trying to come out again onto DJ. Just had the Mango and the spells available. Kuro's going to be there as well for this fight. Kuro's looking to be the one in trouble though. As Pylai does start to get the slow upon him. Universe closing in, has got the stun back up in a second. Chucks out the Wraith Fire Blast, the Bramble down as well, so no escape for Kuroki. As Fnatic getting themselves another kill. 5 for 1.
Looking similar to last game.
They seem to be very good at playing the lanes, Fnatic. They're even in sort of situations where both games, this is against a Huskar lineup in game 2, it's against a Brewmother lineup in game 1, but they're able to play the lanes and sort of bully the weaknesses of these heroes that we've seen time and time again in the past just absolutely roll over teams.
Yeah, I'm loving Pi's play so far this game. He's just incredibly active even on a hero like Wyvern. He just reacts very quickly to the movements from Liquid, and his warding's been on point. Same thing with the sentries. You see him just constantly moving around, trying to make plays happen. There's a sentry in mid lane, sentry on the usual ward spot, and sentry already up top. So just preparing for everything. And yeah, look at this move toward top. Mind control. She may get brought down. Ooh, just out of range.
Yeah, that'll keep him safe. And TJ Words back a bit again, just so much space being made for Universe up top.
Yeah. And because of this, because of forcing so much movements, like you said, it gives Envy that freedom down bottom to actually be a ranged Weaver, lane dominator versus a Bloodseeker.
All 3 cores of Fnatic certainly feeling like they're going to come online at a better pace in comparison to the pace that the cores of Liquid want to. You know, you have this Huskar. And Miracle, he did not have that great start. He's 0-3-1, died 3 times in the laning stage with the dual pressure that both Pylai and Arbed were piling onto him.
Now he's doing Ancients. Got the very nice camp for himself there too, so he can use his Burning Spears to farm it faster.
Top lane trying to get on mind control. It's been a bit of a tricky kill to go for, obviously being the Omni Knight with the Repel and the Purification. Again, mind control will be safe. But in terms of keeping Fnatic off the tier 1 top, it's very hard for mind control to do on his own. Fnatic pushing in to get the Wraith Fire Blast. Kuro's going to be there with the potential backup. We'll look towards mind control, but the Bramble and the right click there for the Shadow Realm, bringing mind control down very low. He will manage to get away as Kuro looks to give his life, as he will hold back Universe. Fnatic simply turn their attention towards the Shaman instead and will take his life. So Kuroki will fall. Mind control does manage to get himself back to safety, but he is going to have to take the long walk back to base.
It's like, you know, that's for the good of the team. Kuro just constantly tanking that. Abed mid versus Miracle. Miracle will be okay.
Kuroki back in the game. We'll be back towards the mid lane to help out Miracle.
They wanted to go for Envy down here.
They get the Wave of Terror upon him. A little too deep beneath the tower for them to go for, especially with Pylai coming in, having that extra backup for Envy. So with the Wyvern around, with that time lapse, of course, now online for Envy, a very tricky kill to find. Top lane, 8 minutes in, Fnatic find the tier 1 tower.
So I was wondering what Wraith King builds we're going to be seeing. So it just looks like Tread, Soul Ring into Blink. I've been hearing some rumors about the Dominator, because you buff up your spiders and you act like the split-pushing beast, but Universe wants to be acting as an initiator to start the fights for his team. And I think it suits perfect with what his lineup has.
Kuro's heading out. Just have to be a little careful. They could try for Universe, but Universe, of course,
he's
got Reincarnate. It's with the 2 of them, and with DJ, of course, close behind him. Very hard kill to find. Bottom lane.
They're very under-leveled on Liquid. They use like level 4 Shadow Shaman, level 5 Omni. There's a level 7 Wraith King.
Look, because we can see on the individual net worth, Mind Control's Omni, very poor. Only 1800. On the similar level of farm to that of the supports on Fnatic.
Miracle's actually just been in this the triangle, you know, the dire triangle we call, for the last 4 minutes or so, just trying to farm back up. Level 7 now already, and has 2 components for that armlet. So not slowed down that much. He's pretty much the same level as the Clinks, maybe 1 level behind, but decent recovery for dying 3 times.
I mean, this is that we saw obviously in game 1. Sort of.
See
a GH. Oh, TP. Is it gonna pay off? It is not. Damage just there as the Shukuchi's back online for Envy, as he will be able to get himself the kill. But yeah, game 1 we saw. I believe the 10-minute mark was more sort of like a 7k advantage for Fnatic. This game not nearly as sizable, only a 2k lead at the moment. So absolutely every chance that Liquid are going to be able to make that recovery story happen. We saw them do it with heroes that may have struggled, like a Brood last game from Matumba, that did have a very punished start. The same time round, this game we have Miracle, suffered in the laning stage, but definitely the potential to make that comeback happen, as we've seen Liquid do many times before.
I mean, this one though, it's not like the pressure isn't there. I feel like in the last game when you're playing as Fnatic and you see this Spectre and the game starts ticking, you have that like ticking time bomb. You start feeling it, the pressure. Well, on this one, it's not like that as much. Sure, the Huskar and Bloodseeker are still very strong, but mind control, trying to get himself these bounties. Now gonna just run, trying to make
cost
some
him
space.
his life. Yeah, they've got the Curse Crown.
He is very
Into
dead.
another Ray Fire Blast if necessary. There we go, lays it down. Another kill for Universe. 1700 towards that Blink Dagger. It's going to be so this 11-12 minute mark. Blink Dagger on this offlane Wraith King. He is having a glorious time. The dust is out onto Envy, but he's already out of there. They can't quite find the lockdown required as Envy makes his way back to safety. Bottom lane Piladite just trying to find himself that level 6, so he's going to be ready for the team fights.
That's why we see Envy being so active right now. I think that's probably one of the biggest things I see Envy do is like he either hits the jungle or just starts making moves around the map to make sure that his supports can get, or in particular Pi, gets that level 6 at a good early timing. Backing out, getting him just some farm right here. Miracle does have the armlet finished.
Look, I wonder if he'll go with this. Interesting, as you said, item builds for Clinks at the moment, pretty much up in the air. The straight Monkey King bar rush.
Guess he's expecting the halberds and whatnot to come out for the Miracle Huskar.
So going to be there.
Okay. Like we said, like I've heard from all players. I've heard different builds. That's why I'm very intrigued to be seeing this. I haven't asked. I'll use this right here because I actually asked Miracle like a couple of hours ago, and he said he doesn't really know exactly what the build is. They're all kind of still experimenting to feel what's best. But we've seen, like we said, Medallion Hex, Deso, Orchid, and I guess now an MKB rush. So tower push mid. Got the wards placed down by Liquid. Slow it down a bit here. They're even bringing Universe, who I believe has the blink. He does. So they've got that way to start the fight.
So they can find the opening Universe. Going in, they have managed to kill off the Huskar straight away. There was no sort of save out in time from Liquid, as indeed Fnatic just jumped forward. They clean up 2. The tier 1 will be safe for now, and now they can put some pressure on themselves. Taking the fights as such, I believe the DJ there with a very nice sort of fear, making it very hard for really Liquid to find the position, because that's the problem. You know, as an Omni Knight, well, some of your spells, they've not got the greatest of cast range. So you've got to be very careful when there's the Dark Willow in the game. Like, how do you sort of get close enough to your core to have that sort of last minute save? You've either got to throw it out straight away, you've either got to throw it out yourself, maybe repel yourself so you can get Purification out. It's very hard to play this sort of melee well, obviously you're not a support, so he's falling behind in net worth, but in terms of having the saves, you know, having your offlaner be the save, like how does he do it in this sort of a game with DJ getting out the fiercest?
Kuro TPs to the shrine and he's dead. Looks like he maybe wanted to get some wards up, but it's 11-1 already. The map control by Fnatic.
It is getting crazy. It's just so hard to sort of write Liquid out of a game after you saw what they did game 1. Like, this is the thing. Of course there's this lead for Fnatic, but so there was as well game 1.
Yeah, this one, you know, we touched upon how there's a lot of short range on Liquid. Pretty much, 3 melee, but then also Venge and Shadow Shaman aren't the longest range heroes either. And they're playing not only into Wyvern, but into that Willow, as you're talking about. So those AoE abilities can really start to play a big factor once those team fights coming out, as we just saw. Even though it was like not really, it's a team fight, but it's like the team fight's done after the first like 3 seconds.
Sure, it was a fight that Liquid sort of got themselves caught in and then didn't want to stick around. Got themselves out of.
Matu almost has the Blade Mail. Looks like it's just going to be a Crimson Guard rush for Mind Control, since it's majority physical damage coming out from Fnatic.
They're going to try again for this tier 1. See if they get away with it this time. TPs are coming through from Fnatic. Miracle on the front lines, repelled up. But will have to back away. Universe, he's in. Straight away with the Brave Fire Blast. There's the swap from GH, trying to keep Miracle safe. Still will get caught up by the Splinter Blast so low. And as you can see with the team, they're just ignoring GH and going straight for Miracle. The physical damage isn't enough. They've got the Curse Crown. There's the backup of Mind Control. Matsuma Man tries to turn with the Rocha, but there's the Winter's Curse coming out, catching the 3 of them, holding them in place. Miracle with the armlet toggle still alive, but no, he finally pops. They've taken down Miracle. Universe will get taken down the once, but he's got the Reincarnate. He's ready to come back for a second round. 3 dead on Liquid. They just can't win these fights. 14-1. as Fnatic very close to having the Demon Edge on Abed. This Monkey King bot, at the pace that he's going to get it.
I think Liquid has to just not wait to take these fights when they have some more levels. Like, My Control only was level 7 in those fights, so he's got 4 points in Purify and 2 in Repel, but that's not really displaying the power that Omni can really have in these fights. Like, the Repel comes out and then they have to make something happen as that Repel happens, but they can't. They can't actually just straight up start the fight like Fnatic can with a blink stun. They don't have that option just yet.
I mean, the more you think about it as well, the more annoying a Wraith King offlane is, right? Because how do you deal with this hero, right? You've got sort of this offlane hero that, I mean, you say off, but he's second highest on the net worth. This is a massive problem. As we saw, you can kill him once, but the sort of time it takes to kill him twice, that's more than enough time for a Clinks to rip through half of your team.
Yeah, and Clinks, we saw there, he can just kill in one disable for the most part against a lot of these heroes. Throwing a Weaver bug on top, and I mean, he's about to have MKB finished. So that's even, you know, we talked about how he's going to get evasion on the Huskar, that halberd, but there's already going to be an MKB done.
I was going to say, it's not a lot of games where you see a Huskar sort of be a whole halberd away from having a halberd when there's a Monkey King bar in the game. You know?
Yeah.
This is quite the pickup from Abed. Bottom lane mind control.
The team fights really just feel like it's going to be so difficult for Liquid to actually take. They have to get it through like one-by-one pickoffs or just some miraculous save on Miracle if they do want to take these fights. Just on paper, like looking at it, like with Wyvern and Willow, the team fight's already just better unless the Omni Knight gets like perfect spell usage off. So I think if GH swaps on Miracle, they need to watch how they clump and have mind control in the right positions. It's going to be tough.
I mean, it really just feels like the draft of Fnatic this game is... I don't know if Liquid drafted the best way to deal with it.
It's very
like
single target.
Like,
Liquid's
for
very
Liquid,
single
how
target.
do they actually go about getting these kills? It's just that they have lockdown in the form of the Shaman, but they've got very elusive heroes on...
I think they
Fnatic's
just want to play.
lineup.
They want to play with an Aegis. They want to be
so
playing
hard.
with a Rosh, but they smoke, and Abed is already walking directly into them. Like, that's usually the theme of the game when you're with a Huskar, is getting that Rosh. But then I look at it like the Shadow Shaman, the Venge, and the Huskar on top. It's just like screaming Roshan. But into Fnatic's lineup, it's tough.
They do get the Rupture onto Envy. He'll keep himself out of the Blood Bright and not be baited into using his time lapse, as he'll be able to keep his distance and TP back to base safely. Again, sort of just a lack of strong, hard initiation from Liquid that could set up them for kills. Bottom lane mind control pretty deep. He's going to go for the Repel and TP out. Universe turns up to the lane to clean up the farm.
It does look like Liquid decided that the fights, they need to split up and just make sure that they're heroes right now at this point, because you see GH starts farming, maybe he's level 8 now. Omni Knight, Mind Control, farming bottom, level 10. You see that big jump up in levels instantly from them just splitting up. Matu and Kuroki poised top rather than taking fights, so they are starting to get their resources back into play, but still 7k advantage for Fnatic, and they're not really letting up this time. They're looking to keep the pressure on constantly. Oh, he gets him at the end.
Oh, DJ.
He's got a Spirit Vessel already.
He's going to get that kill too there. DJ with the foresight to set up for that second kill, the big one as well. Finding Matumba Man with the fear, cancelling his TP. I think this may be one of those heroes that you just don't want to let DJ to have. As 507 on the Dark Willow, you're not killing him, and he is setting up for the big kills as well.
And now they're making their way in that rush. Liquid, they really want this, but I don't think they can contest this by any means. It's dying far too fast to Abed and Envy. And Envy's even got a Maelstrom on top too. Envy, he didn't die in the lane at all. He was left alone, but he's completely farmed up.
Yeah, the Maelstrom, a bit of an injury, not necessarily the most common sort of damage item for a Weaver you see gone for. I mean, why do you think he does go for? It's on paper, you're going to get a proc with the Geminate. That's likely.
You still do a lot of damage. I mean, it's probably still one of the best damage items for a Weaver, and you can split push better.
Yeah,
he's
push
just
the lanes
he's
quicker.
more concerned just about being farmed in this game. It looks like, because his teammates are making a lot of the plays. We've been seeing like the Wraith King as well as. I mean, Wraith King and Willow have been making a lot of the plays, but Pylite die 1-0 and 11 on this Winter Wyvern.
I mean, they're all having a fantastic. They say 17-1, as we saw down there. GH getting picked off. Mid lane, just classic Dark Willow things. As Dark Willow solo bullies a core out of the lane.
He's got a vessel so early on in the game. He can just keep vesseling this Huskar and making his life miserable.
Yeah, same level as the Huskar as well. Level 12 on the Dark Willow.
Yeah. DJ's always high level.
Yeah. He's having a fantastic time. And
yeah, Liquid just still content with
All right,
splitting and farming a bit.
Maelstrom.
He had the Blade Mail queued. I did
The
see that.
Blade Mail Weaver. That is something different.
Envy always queues up items, don't change it, remember.
I want to see the Blade Mail.
However,
I mean, it's the
he runs with the Blade Mail and then he time lapses.
I guess
and
that's
he's
what
back.
it is.
There you go.
That's the thing. It's like, aha, you think that I'm buying Blade Mail on a hero with 1k HP? No.
I have
1k times 2 is 3k.
He'll change it.
2k.
I hope he doesn't change it. That'd be fun.
I hope he honestly
Oh god,
Blade Mail Envy.
that's a DD Abed. All right, Clink's hitting for 400 with an MKB. And another MKB being built by Universe, of course, just all trying to deal with that itemization. That will be that evasion of
the damage.
Team GH.
The tower. And Envy. And up the middle lane. Miracle and Mind Control, not really two that he wants to go in on alone, but the backup is on its way. Splinter Blast won't quite catch out Miracle, but Envy looking to lead in. And Miracle and Mind Control is sort of separated here. The stun from Universe is going to be that there's no chance of really Mind Control getting up in range of Miracle. The Fear, again coming out onto the two of the Miracle will try for the TP out as he has been repelled. There's the Winter's Curse coming out from Pilot Eye, holding both Miracle and Mind Control in place, as Fnatic will easily clean up both of them.
And there's the another part of the Willow combo I actually didn't even say either, is the curse into just the Curse Crown.
Yeah.
You curse him and then you get a stun right afterwards anyway, and that is scales up to a 3.5 second stun.
I was gonna say, it's this hero. There's not a bad trait of Dark Willow. It doesn't feel. Every spell's amazing, and especially as we say in the hands of DJ. And there it is, the Blade Mail Weaver. We're going to see it live in action.
Yeah, he did. Okay,
he
nice. Oh, bottom.
He's got a Blade Mail. So that will sort of put Arbed off from going straight for the kill. So Matumbaman is gonna show his face again. He's got the swap from GH. Okay, the counterplay. They're looking to sort of bait Arbed into this with the magic missile. They may have just managed to outplay Arbed. Is Arbed now surrounded? Will try for the TP out. Is he going to make it? He is! Arbed gets out. DJ's coming in. He wants to kill off Matumbaman. The repel's there from Mind Control. And DJ as well. He's Shadow Realm. He TP's out. They both escape and draw the attention of 4 members of Liquid down towards that bottom lane that don't find any action at all.
I can't believe Abed lives there.
Very, very... I mean, it's 20 to 1. 22 minutes in. I know that last game, we saw Fnatic throw away quite a sizable advantage. Surely that's not happening this game. This is something else.
They've got the items to counter the Huskar before he's even... I mean, now he's starting to get closer to it, but look again. No hesitation. Fnatic with so much map control, just always looking for Miracle. They've got the control, the damage. Will he get in range of the Shrine? He will not. Yeah, Envy though.
Envy.
But he's got the... Got the Aegis.
Okay, he's got the Aegis. And he's got that Blade Mail ready for round 2. Universe on the side. He's got the stun onto GH. GH is gone. That's going to be a double after he picked up Miracle, of course, down towards the Dire's jungle. Kuro held back by the Winter's Curse, cancelling the TP. And Arbed, he's already looking for the rest of the side. They got the Ray Fire Blast stun out onto Matumbaman. The damage from Arbed enough to finish him off. Kuro's still on the run, but Envy and Pilot Eye ready to chase, as it looks like Mind Control was the only one to successfully get himself out of this terrible, terrible place for Liquid to find themselves, as a double kill for Envy's picked up. 24 to 1. Fnatic absolutely stomping Liquid here in this game too.
Yeah. They just can't get any way to actually take fights versus Fnatic. They just keep having to split up. They never can be clumped as 5 versus this because of how pulling the lanes and everything. When just Fnatic in full control. Liquid got good wards up in the meanwhile a couple minutes ago, but doesn't really help them actually take the fights. Sure, they'll know where the fights might be happening, but their heroes just aren't at that point yet. They're just fully countered too. Even when the Huskar gets his item, I think the MKB's almost done on Universe as well, so 2 of them.
We'll see this replay again as Envy sort of baits them in as they go forward to pop the Aegis. But little do they know that Fnatic was ready and raring to fight straight after the Aegis was taken out of the hands of Envy, as they strike back hard, cleaning up 4 of the 5 in Liquid.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
As the lead just continues to grow. 15k net worth advantage, now 22,000 in experience.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
As Liquid are going to have to pull out something quite phenomenal to swing this one around against a tricore of Clink's, Wraith King, and Weaver. All three heroes scaling very, very nicely as the game goes on. As you pointed out earlier, there's no sort of Spectre-esque hero on Liquid's lineup as they had in Game 1.
I think they just have to be playing behind each other now. Like you're getting split up, you're getting picked off too much. I mean, it's 24-1. Yep. They have to be sitting as a unit. But look at this Pi again. The vision from Pi in both games has been phenomenal. 1-0-15 on the Wyvern. He sees all of Liquid poised here. Pi actually smokes himself, trying to find some wrap here.
He's going to open up onto Matumba. Drops the Winter's Curse. Doesn't look like they're actually going to look to follow up on it, though. As Pi, he'll try for a TP out. Will make it. As will not be found in the tree line. So it looks like Fnatic didn't really want to commit for that fight there.
No, I mean, Envy was pushing top for quite a while already.
Yeah.
And Liquid they could see Envy pushing top. They had all these wards, just seeing him run through the lane as well. So they were just trying to get any type of pick off there to get back up. Because they are, as we said, like 5-manning now. They are just sitting behind this Huskar with the new Heaven's Halberd.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scan, right on the high ground there. They know that Liquid's up.
No at all, Fnatic.
Great read to the map.
Bottom lane Pi. It's been found out here by the way of a Terror. On the side though,
Fear.
The Fear indeed pushing the two of them back. They're ready to commit as Abed pops the BKB, looks towards Matumbaman. Matumbaman will keep the distance, but Miracle, he's in trouble. The Curse Crown kicks in. He'll get surrounded. He does have to repel him back up as he look to try and man up onto Abed, but the damage is not there. He'll jump himself across to Envy, but Envy still alive, keeping himself fine with the time lapse. They've lost 4 on Liquid, and they're going to lose more. They chase down there onto Mind Control as he heads towards the Ancients, ask them to take him, but there's no chance as the damage is too high from Universe, grabbing the triple kill. A team wipe, 29-1 now for Fnatic against Liquid. I don't think Fnatic can throw this game.
I don't think that it just feels impossible.
They've got all so far ahead.
They 3 cores, they have MKB. So that fresh Halberd was countered before he even got it, but now it's even more so countered. And they just, they can't take any fight. They can't take any fights by any means. Even if they have everybody there, it just seems impossible.
Certainly looks like Fnatic did their preparation here for TI. This first series, sure, game 1 they lost, but at the same time we saw a lot of sort of positives from
They looked
Fnatic
great in the first 15 minutes.
They just let it slip. This is what happens when Fnatic don't let it slip. It just is absolute destruction.
Such crisp plays. I mean, I'm just gonna keep reading Pi's score because it's his warding for me has been a really big point of them being able to make a lot of these plays.
Every time the Winter's Curses, the fears from DJ, so much to just stop these sort of little plays happening like that, as we saw the Miracle trying for the kill. And so as we can see, what the goal distribution from both teams, all I can see is there's a lot more of the chart on Fnatic's side than there was of Liquid.
In every category.
There wasn't much of a chart on Liquid's side.
In last hits, it's Fnatic. In kills, Fnatic. In every single tiny thing, it's been Fnatic. Towers, etc. So Liquid, this might be the last hurrah. Trying to see what they can catch here. Universe will break it.
Yeah, and he's out straight away. So Fnatic, no. Fnatic, no. And of course, Universe with that Skeleton's attack damage talent. The army is ready to roll. You do try and lead in with the Rupture, but again, you're rupturing a Willow. Shadow Realm and a TP out. He's fine. DJ's back. Doesn't, of course, TP all the way back. He's at the tier 2, so he's still ready to join the fight if it kicks off.
They're trying. Maybe they try for the Roche. They have very little options that they can actually do. It's either take a fight, try to win it, or I mean,
surely
Roche,
they can't get away
they need
with this.
Aegis and Cheese, but this is This is going to be really hard to take. Fnatic has ways to get vision in the pit easily with the bugs.
Universe is just draining. Given the vision, looking for the chance to open up. He does get turned upon, and well, with the magic immunity, they'll be able to take him down once. On the side, Envy poking and prodding at GH. So that's going to be DJ finishing off Kuroki. Envy ready to go back in as the buyback's coming out, but there's no buyback from Miracle. He's dead for 50 seconds. DJ being chased down by Matumbaman, but Matumbaman at the same time having to be careful as Envy hot in the chase. BAM!
He's dead.
DJ with the snipe gets the pick off. And that will be Roshan falling into the hands of Fnatic. GH, he should fall as well. The Curse Crown holding him down. DJ dancing around him, picking up a triple kill. It just doesn't stop for this point. 9-0-13 on the Willow this game.
Everybody score on the side of Fnatic.
It's
34 to 1. It'll happen.
It's 34 to 1.
Such crisp plays coming out all around from them. Liquid just don't seem to have a dog in this fight at all.
I mean, I know it's sometimes you see ups and downs from TI winners at the past, but have we ever seen a TI winner turn up and get 34-1 in the first series of the next one? I don't think so. It's a rough time for Liquid. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like Liquid are playing terrible. It just feels like Fnatic are playing fantastically. Sort of the draft decisions, the lane decisions, and the calls that are being made, that the individual plays. It's 10 out of 10 across the board from Fnatic at the moment.
Their teamwork is excellent too. It's just like it doesn't seem like that hesitation's coming around, right? Like Pi was, in the beginning of the game, let's say like Pi was the Wyvern, he's walking from top rune, and they start making an aggressive play mid. Instead of walking that extra like 20 seconds it would have taken him to be there, he instantly just teleported. Like the decision making is very, very top notch right now by Fnatic. Not giving Liquid any extra breathing room in this game. While usually what we talked about in the last game, right? Sometimes it tends to be when Fnatic has these big leads, they sometimes start backing off, start farming. This game, no. It was like this Willow, the Wraith King, the Wyvern, all looking for aggressive plays.
That's some open AI level of confidence here from the numbers. 99% win probability here for Fnatic. I mean, I admire that. You know, you look at the numbers, but it is Fnatic. 98. You know,
98. Take it down a little.
I think I'd take it down a little bit. We've seen some crazy back and forth from Fnatic in the past.
It's true. Who's the only one with? It's Abed's the only one with the death, right? Yeah, it's just Abed.
Oh, Abed. Well, he had a good run.
Yeah. Miracle. Ooh, gets repelled. Still a lot of damage coming through. We'll be okay for now.
Oh, the bait.
Envy.
Okay. He's got the Aegis. It's back from round 2. The heals. Keeping Miracle alive here very nicely. Mind control. They'll turn. They've got the Shadow Shaman wards down. Universe. He'll get popped once. The Reincarnate on the side. The Fear trying to push back Liquid. Liquid still yet to lose anyone. The Winter's Curse might do something about that, though, as it does hold Matumba Man in place. No, Matumba. He's fine. Sorry, Mind Control's held. Mind Control's out. Universe jumps in with a Ray Fire Blast. Envy into the midst of it all, but there's the jump forward Miracle, but there's a Cold Embrace save from Pylite, keeping Envy safe. Now the cleanup happens as Liquid lose 4. Willow there with the chase down. They'll tap out. It's enough. 38 to 1. Well, at the 39 to 1.
39. DJ, I mean, when you just see that moment right there, DJ just blinks in and hexes you. You're like, wait, Willow has a hex and a blink and a vessel, and he's level 20.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this. The Willow is like the same level as the core heroes.
Wow. Liquid's not going to be feeling too good about that one, and Fnatic are going to be feeling on top of the world. The series ends 1-1, but I think Fnatic definitely the team that's going to come out of that series and go, we did it, boss.
They looked really
turning
solid.
up, beating the reigning TI champion 39 to 1 in one of the games. 37 Kelly, 31 minutes in. It just wasn't close.
And good on them too, right? They just had lost the last game to a Spectre Broodmother, and then they come back like this with like nothing happened. They erased that game from their memory, and it's Fnatic just crushing it.
They lose to a Brood, and then they saw the Huskar. They're like,
whatever.
Oh hell no! I'm not losing to a Huskar after we just lost to a Brood. There's no way. And they didn't. They absolutely the dual lane mid decision to have Pylite die there with Arbet it ruined Miracle's game. Miracle could do nothing. And I don't think I've ever seen Team Liquid with a worse scoreboard than this.
No,
have we ever seen Liquid lose a game this badly with this roster?
Not. I mean, a 1K, 39 to 1, 37K gold, more than a 1K gold
this
advantage
has got
per
to
minute.
be the worst that Liquid's lost ever. This really has to be. This game.
This is one of the best I've seen Fnatic. Like
and the best. Sure.
Their early game was so crisp.
This is Fnatic versus Liquid. Like you cannot take this lightly. Sure, we see some sort of one-sided games, but this is Fnatic, a team that's sort of been up and down. You know, they weren't at the top of the DPC in terms of numbers. They did struggle, but they just turned up to TI. They just beat the reigning TI champions 39 to 1.
Good start. And they've got
a very good start.
Fnatic has 2 series today or 3? They have 2 series today. So.
Oh, people are saying 27-0 EG. When was that?
I mean, that was a while back.
That was,
like
was
last
that
year, right?
ESO Genti?
That was last year.
Wait, wasn't that Liquid beating EG? I can't remember. Oh, I know, it was Liquid losing. Okay, so people saying, I'd say 39 to 1's worse than 27 to 0.
I remember the game when it was 27 to 0 because they were trying to kill, remember they were trying to kill the Chen. All five men smoked and they tried to kill the Chen and they couldn't, and they GG'd out right afterwards. I think it was Misery Chen.
Oh yeah,
you remember?
I can't remember when it was, but you are right. They did have another.
I remember that really well because I remember them 5-man